So we decided what we should do is have Jess pick the all-time starting five. Amongst all of the 14 all-time starting fives, give us the best. He couldn't do it. And why? Because it's impossible. If you tried to do it at home yourself, you'd get like 7 players in before you blinked and realized, yeah, there's no way to do it. So you had the idea instead, what if you made teams play each other amongst those starting fives, and you got a final 4. What were your final 4 teams?
And I regret making this suggestion because my entire afternoon has been ruined. I'm stressed out. How do you pick teams right here? I have the #1 seed Ohio State Buckeyes against Michigan. If it was a pickup game where you just went to the gym and you made your own calls, you didn't call traveling, I would go with Michigan and my guy Glenn Rice. But in a system, in a real game, the Buckeyes, the #1 seed, advance. Jerry Lucas, Havlicek, Evan Turner, Jim Jackson, Clark Kellogg. And then I come down to the bottom. There's Indiana, the Legends of Indiana. Their 3rd team could beat most teams probably against Michigan State. Scott May, Mike, was only 6'7". That's their tallest guy on their team. I don't think they could stop Magic Johnson playing the center position. So Mateen Cleaves, Draymond Green, Steve Smith, I think would be able to guard Alford, Chaney, and Quinn Buckner. No one could guard Isaiah Thomas, but a slight edge to Michigan State defensively and size-wise. So they go to the title game.
Wait, hang on one second. So
yes.
You've got Michigan State as your 3 seed,
yes.
and Indiana's your 2.
That's the upset.
You've got Michigan State beating
Yes,
Indiana.
it's an upset. It's not chalk around here. I mean, I had to really dissect this.
All right, let's go back before we go to the title game to your first matchup. Your 1 seed was Ohio State.
Yes.
And that was up against Michigan, all-time starting 5. And when you look at the names on each of those, Glenn Rice, you said, stands out for Michigan, but you think the Buckeyes have too much depth?
They're so skilled. I mean, Jerry Lucas, most of the old-timers say he's the best to ever play in the game. I think Jimmy Jackson and Evan Turner could grind.
National Players of the Year.
I mean, but in a pickup game, how would you ever stop Chris Webber backing you down, dunking it on your head? Glenn Rice would be hitting them from half court. But the Buckeyes get the slight edge to go to the championship game.
So that means it's Ohio State and Michigan State, all-time starting 5 championship game. And who wins?
Send your hateful tweets to Mike and Taylor, please. And I'm a newbie on Twitter, so I couldn't handle this.
Oh, you'll get plenty of hate, don't worry.
We are going with the Ohio State Buckeyes by a buzzer beater from half court that bounces around 6 times and goes in. But Havlicek and Jerry Lucas. Jerry Lucas was a 3-time NBA first-teamer, and Havlicek won 8 NBA championships, including 5 times on first team. And since Jimmy Jackson used to work here, right, I was grasping at straws. He was just a brilliant player. We left off Purdue.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you stop those guys? Glenn Robinson's unstoppable. Rick Mount. Maryland's team was brilliant. But the Buckeyes take home the title, voted on by the fans as the greatest starting 5 in the history of the league.
And this is really fun to think about, but it's also not. Jess was saying he's stressed about this all day long.
I apologize to all the losing teams.
There's no way to win. It would be an insane matchup of all-time All-Stars, though.